I know it's super hard. Yeah, I know. It's not going to be easy. Yeah. Wait, no, I don't understand what you're saying now. Sorry. So it's easy to hold. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay. I get what you're saying. Whack. Whack. Almost done. MCR. Graphics. YouTube. Bam. Boom. Okay, there we go. We're live on both. Bam. Done. Right. YouTube done. This done. Oh, fuck. Sorry. That there. Oh, I'm so excited to move out, man. 6 months out is going to be pretty sexy. Right, let's get into this bastard. So, hello, Saluki. I'm doing good, Kieran. Not too bad. Took the one trade last week, the GJ, which was a nice take profit. That was this one. Yeah, I entered there. Yeah, wait, did I? Yeah, that was my entry. So yeah, let's quickly go over last week's trades and misses, and then we'll go over what's happening this week. Quickly looking at news. Bailey's talking. Oh shit. JPY speech. Unemployment's every week. Oh, NFP's been scheduled for next Friday. I did not know that. Huh. Okay. So NFP's next Friday. Interesting. Okay, so let's quickly cover what I took last week. EA, nothing happened really. EN, nothing happened really. Waiting for these break retests. GA, nothing. This was a potential, but it had no time nor alignment. It did work though. I mean, depends how big your class in your area, but I mean, it worked. GN, nothing. Still waiting for this 50 fib. GJ, took the trade. I'll show that in a sec. UJ had a few. It had the 50, which I didn't take for a reason, which I cannot remember the reason, but I did not take. It was 4 a.m., so that may have been the reason. Gold, we had, what trades did we had on gold last week? Thursday, Tuesday, okay, so Monday here. I think there was this, but didn't take that because we had this crazy move. There was a few shitty levels here. This break retest missed. Then there was no levels created on this move. Nothing. You could have maybe gone for that wick, but I'm not a massive fan. Then we pushed and created a new high. So this was validated. This is validated. This one kind of missed and worked. I can't remember if it lined up with anything or not. My memory is shit. Oh, that worked really nicely. Anyway, I didn't take that. Don't know if I should have or not. This was a 61 fib, which also worked. No, it didn't. It didn't work. Oh, it did work. It did work. Okay, let me just mute that person. So yeah, that one did work. And then Fox, so they both worked. I'm pretty sure they were all news-based trades though. Then you had the break retest, which I don't think lined up with anything. I don't think the fib was yeah, it was kind of in the middle, which obviously you're on the 1 hour, so you got to be a little bit careful. You can't just be going, oh yeah, I'll go for it, because then it's technically 38 and the 50. I feel like you're forcing that a little bit there. So that didn't really line up with anything. But you technically could have went for, okay, this level, breach of this, tap into that, but I can't say I'm a huge fan of that break retest. But it kind of does make sense. Breach of this into this, and it worked. So looking at it now, yeah, it looks okay. And that's about it, really. Oh, yeah, that break retest as well, which worked. You have these levels. These are levels I see on gold right now. Obviously, this one's worked, but it's still a new level. I don't know. I think that's quite aggressive. That was the fake NFP. So obviously, I'm not taking that because I didn't have a clue how the market will react. And then GJ was... anyone took the GJ trade? Did some data release date change because of the US shutdown? Yeah, so NFP is now releasing next Friday. And it still says tentative, which is interesting. So that means they don't know the time. But I'm guessing it should be 1:30 UK. GJ was the 50 fib this move up. It was this. As you can see, this level here, I entered just below the fib. Stop loss, a decent amount of pips below, 20 pips below. And that took a while to work. But as you can see, I got quite lucky, to be fair, because I think if it would have went 50, it wouldn't have hit my take profit. So I was going to say luckily, but nah, this is pure skill. Went 45, and that hit take profit nicely. Yeah, it took... Look at that move into level as well. That move into the level, clean move in, bam, straight into level, and then it gives us this price action for 20 hours. What's that about? Very annoying. But anyway, that worked nicely. And then we were going to see the 50 fib break retest, which market decided to close below, which this could still be a nice setup if maybe it gaps down, because obviously I'm not going to take this overnight on Sunday. No chance. I will take it Monday morning though, as soon as London opens. So hopefully it doesn't gap up and then tap overnight. It would be nice if it gapped down a little bit, chilled, and then tapped into it. That would be really nice. So yeah, that was it. Just took the GJ trade last week plus 1%. Is there any course/info on the 1 hour trading in this group? I've missed all of it and still in trade. There isn't really. No, I haven't really done many videos on it, to be honest, Kieran. I may have done a few short form pieces of content. I've not really been pinging much on the YouTube, but I was doing a full mini series on Instagram and TikTok, going over like the full strategy, but I didn't really talk about the 1 hour. If you have a look here, full strategy. So levels, wicks, fibs, EMAs, timing, breach. That's where I'm up to so far. Need to do some more, to be fair. But this was like a full part series because I couldn't be bothered making YouTube videos. But I will do it. I will do it. To be fair, I can go over it now, to be fair. Let me do the analysis really quick. I'll make sure the analysis is... I'll try and get it done within like 10-15 minutes. And I can quickly cover the 1 hour if you want. It's super, super simple. It's not like complex at all. It's even simpler than daily. Or you can just watch this back if you can't stay. So yeah, I'll cover the 1 hour. And for the guys on the YouTube as well, yeah, I'll break down the strategy real quick on the 1 hour in a minute once I've covered these. So let's quickly do this week's analysis and then we'll get into it. So Euro Aussie, this level is nice. This level is now technically validated. Like we created this low, lower high, and then breached this, created a new low. So yeah, like on a micro level, yeah, sure, but it would obviously been nicer to breach this level. So 220, I think I'd give this a go with timing or alignment. Shit, wrong thing. So I think, why is it all over there? With timing or alignment, yeah, sure. Apart from that, I wouldn't really give it a go. Maybe, I'm not sure. Depending on the markets, if we're having like clean movement, clean markets, then yeah. So I will mark out an alert. And then we have this lower level here, which again, hasn't really been validated like market structure wise, but it has done 340 pips. So again, I will give that a go with timing or alignment. Again, good market conditions, 4 p.m. London close, alignment with the driver. Let's say it's EU or AU, something like that. Just because I don't know how to correlate the amount of pips between levels, etc. on 1 hour. Like on daily, I understand how far apart everything needs to be. Levels, fibs, take profits. But on the 1 hour, I have no idea. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. Yeah, I'll go over it. Don't worry. How was this week, bro? Yeah, it's good. I only took the GJ trade. One sec. I took this GJ trade, which was the 50 fib of this move up, this one here, and it works nicely. Only just take profit, as you can see. Messed around for a bit, take profit, and then stop loss. So I did. I'm not saying lucky. That was pure skill. And then there was a few gold trades which I didn't take. I don't know why. So yeah, that's Euro Aussie. I'll have an alert on this one as well. So I can delete this one. I only want one buy and one sell. Salam alaikum, Tate. How's it going, man? How was your week, Tate? How many gold trades do you take? Euro NZD has not changed one bit. If anyone's got anything different, by the way. Oh shit, it has changed. Ooh. That's still valid. That's still valid. We can just switch it from this to this. Yeah, no, this is still completely fine. I need to move some shit up. Do this. There you go, cool. So we've got the 38 fib, 50 fib, still completely fine. Taking both of those trades. Even if we do this and then this, I'm taking both of them. I don't think there's going to be a problem regarding the take profit on this. Even if we go 40, yeah, it's fine. The only concern was like if the take profit was past this, then obviously if we have some sort of movement like this, then this will be a bit of a problem because there's a high chance obviously we just do the retest and stop loss. But as you can see, 40, even if we do this, this isn't a problem because yeah, whatever, you know. So that is still, they're both on the table. Apart from that, I'm not really looking for anything else on your NZD. You have this level all the way up here, but it's from fucking 70 years ago, so I'm not exactly a massive fan of it. Pound Australian dollar, absolute trash PA last week. Nothing really happened, and it's still, the levels aren't the cleanest. This worked, which obviously is off the table now. This one is nice, this big break retest. Maybe it has a fat ass fib. If we go on a weekly, what fib do you even draw there? Oh god, what are these orange lines? Damn. I don't know. This fib? I don't want to force a fib. Oh! Anyone else see that? Holy shit. Does that fib make sense though? It feels a little bit forced. Holy shit, that lines up so perfect. Okay, I will go for it if we have clean price action. Oh my god, that is so nice. Damn. 61 fib. Need clean PA. Oh my god, that is really nice. Obviously this is miles away. Most likely won't tap next week. But the good thing is here, oh well, the bad thing actually, you do have this shit. So if we see a breach of this shit, right, this little shitty area here, obviously you have this level which it's already reacted from. But if we do see a clean break through this shit area and a tap into this, then obviously that would have done a decent amount of pips, 100 plus. Then I'll go for that, because then realistically the next good level is here. You do have that little intermediate level, but the next solid level is here, and I doubt it's going to do 130, then another 200 or another 50 on top of that to tap this one. So I think I will give this a go, even though it's a bit of a dodgy 61. That 61 lines up fucking perfect, so I will give that level a go if it's okay price action. Regarding the sells, is this the valid sell? It is. I mean, technically, that is the valid sell, which means that one lines up. I forgot about EMAs. Fucking hell, I forgot they were a thing. So, I mean, just off the EMA alone, this is a valid trade for me, because I will happily take level in an EMA. 38 fib. That is fine. 38% fib, plus the EMA, plus the level. That is chill. I'm going for that 100%. See, the only thing is here, now they've breached that low, even with that fib, this doesn't line up anymore. So I'm going to have to delete that for now. This one does line up. I'd go for this one with timer alignment if we saw a breach of this. So let's quickly, come on. Is my camera chilling, by the way? Oh, fuck. I didn't know that. That had been there the entire time. Shit. What's this one again? 50 fib. Need TA. Oh, shit. Which is timing alignment. Need TA or breach. Okay, I mean, they're all... Yeah, okay, cool. Alert set. This one, alert set. Obviously, we have messy price action up until this level, so we're going to have to monitor that. If we have a reaction from this or this, it's going to mess this one up a little bit. So it would be nice if we just saw a clean move straight into this. Okay. Did I set an alert? I did. Yes, I did. GN. GN only has the 50 fib. I'm not interested in anything else on GN, and this looks nice for next week, like really nice. You could go for like the backup at the 61 as a little intra level, but I can't say I'm a massive fan of these type of levels, especially when you got this, this, and this. So no from me. GJ. GJ is the 50 fib break retest, obviously, but I highly doubt it's going to tap perfectly next week. I think market's going to open, it's going to get screwed. So apart from that, I see absolutely nothing in the entirety of this PA. So I'm not really looking for anything there. I would obviously go for this low with time and alignment or fib, which I mean, I'm not even going to draw the fib because it's fucking 400 pips away. It's not happening next week. And then you do always have like this intra level here. There's a little break retest, but again, I'm not a massive fan of those. So that's a no from me. You do have this one, which again, time and alignment. Yeah, of course, I'm going for that. So that's just an obvious one. So nothing really else on GJ, to be honest. Just wait and see where market opens. I will set an alert actually, just so I know that this is getting close. UJ, let's go over this. This was an interesting one last week. So you had a few levels. This break retest was fucking beautiful. I didn't take it because I don't know. I can't remember the reason. Then you had some people were interested in this, which I wasn't a massive fan, which missed and worked. And then you had the 61, which UJ was like down here as GJ tapped, and luckily I went for GJ. I did really like the UJ setup. The 61 was beautiful with the EMA, like really, really nice. But I went for GJ, and obviously GJ worked, this didn't. So now what do we see on UJ? If anyone else sees something, let me know, because I see fuck all. You do have that level, which this zone's just a bit shit. I would go for a breach of this, tap into this. Would I take that? It's only 20 pip breach. It's not even breaching by that much. If we had like a clean move in, like a solid move in, then yeah, obviously I'd go for it. Or time and alignment, yeah, I'd go for it, but I don't know. Yeah, I agreed. Pretty dead setups. No, to be fair, actually, no, dead. EN, good. GA is not going to happen. So EN, GN could have alignment there as well. GJ, realistically, it's not happening. Oh shit, we're on gold already. Never mind. GA is my go-to. Yeah, and there's nothing really happening on GA. Unlucky. That is a bit dead. Gold. Gold on the 4 hour. I've not really been looking on the 4 hour because there's not been many setups. You got all these levels which are just waiting for retracements. Hello, Cena. Hello. How's it going, man? Yeah, there's no point really doing gold analysis at the weekend because by tomorrow morning it's all different. That's the only thing, Karen, with 1 hour gold analysis. You've got to stay on top of it, like really on top of it. Like I'd say every 3-4 hours you got to be on charts, because obviously gold reacts to not even USD news, fucking Swiss news, pound news, everything. If there's a big variance, difference, whatever you want to call it, it'll react. Any commodities news, Trump news, anything. Wow, that's very nice. See, light 6. So gold, I'll mark out levels and we'll just see what happens. Really, there's no point doing much analysis on it, just because, like I just said, yeah, it's going to change. But I can just draw a simple fib. 50 fib valid trade. So that is a yes, 100%. It's not the nicest level, but I would go for it. So, yeah, that is about it. Kieran, are you here for me to go over the 1 hour? Just so I know if you're like live watching, or if you're not, then okay, you are here. Perfect. Okay, so that is basically the weekly analysis. I will now quickly cover 1 hour gold and how I trade it, at least. I think, yeah, I mean, majority of us, yeah, no worries. Majority of us trade it the same. Yeah, they're recorded. It's recorded and put onto YouTube. It's live, so literally as soon as I end it, you'll be able to watch it, type thing. Okay, so we can do a bit of a list for gold. So gold 1 hour. Can you guys see this? Of course you can't, because here we go. Keep it here. How do you do the anchored text thing? 1 sec. Anchored text. Gold 1 hour. Fucking hell, Leon. Come on. Gold 1 hour. Bro, I've done it fucking wrong again. Gold 1 hour. There we go. Can I like change things? There we go. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, gold 1 hour. Okay, fuck me. This is going to be arts and crafts shit. So the confluences I use, I'll put the confluences I use and then the confluences everyone else uses. So it is literally just levels. Bro, right, fuck the capitals things. It is literally, all you're doing is trading levels. There is no alignment. Alignment. Don't care about that. No EMAs. No one uses them. No timing. None of that. It is literally just levels with a fib, a breach, and then some people use $25 move. And then do we really use Sykes? Not really. Some kind of. So I guess 25 Psych. So this is the main shit. Can I now move? Oh, that's beautiful. Amazing. So you can all see that. Okay, so basically these are the ones I use, fib and breach. I don't really use a $25 move. I probably should, but I don't. So all I do is literally mark out levels. When it comes to levels, this is obviously a bit subjective, Kieran. I'm mainly talking to you, but everyone else. It is very subjective because obviously you're on a 1 hour and it depends how degenerate you want to be. Like if this was the daily, for example, I would be looking at quite a lot of these levels. Like all these, some people would be looking at the fucking wick. Yep, maybe even this type thing. But obviously you've got to bear in mind you're on the 1 hour and it's already pretty degenerate. So I try and stay to the levels that have more structure, all the big ass wicks. So as you can see, these are, I think everyone would agree, these are the levels. Maybe this one is a little bit pushy just because it's a singular wick. I know it is a lot of, oh shit, it's $24. That is big though, to be fair. But like going back on here, like this, when there's an area like this, not a massive fan. This is okay. It's not the biggest, like, it's not the greatest level, is it? Like all it's done is this tiny little pullback and pushed. Even this, it's done like not amazing. I'd rather just go for something solid like this. That's an easy, obvious level. These ones is where it gets a little bit messy. That's an obvious one. This is an obvious one, obviously, but it's very close to this. These are a little bit pushy because you could technically look at that, and that. So I try and stay to the most obvious ones. I couldn't really give you a pip like definition, but just ones like that you can literally, you can sit all the way back here or even further, let's say 2 meters away from your desk and you can see the level type thing. But if you can't see all the wicks from 2 meters away, then you're pretty fucking blind. But you know what I mean? If you're stood away from your fucking PC and you're looking at it, you could see the levels. So just try and stick to the ones with structure. That's like my biggest point, really. And then all I'm looking for is like fib or breach. So again, I'm not going right, okay, super degen fib. The rule for a fib is $25 minimum. So let me do a little sub fuck, little, 20, bro, 25 min. So that is the minimum for a fib. So I couldn't really do this because, as you can see, holy fuck, that's $26. Okay, I could, but don't. This isn't a normal gold move. Gold is normally this. So, like, as you can see, that's only 22. This is 30. This is a bit out the blue, not ordinary. So, usually you can't really fib these tiny moves. But again, don't go degen with the fucking fib. You already know that. Like, don't try and go, oh yeah, let me try and fucking bang out this tiny fib. Nah. Or don't go like this. I don't know. You gotta make it make sense. You're either doing the big fib or the most recent move, which I would say, you could maybe say that, but I'd say this. But all I'm doing is banging on the fib. Fuck, did it wrong. Valid fib level, 50 fib. There you go. I'm taking that trade. And then you have breach. So a breach is literally just, if it breaches this level and gives no pullback and goes into this one, I'm taking it. And by breach, I'm saying this level doesn't give more than, let's say, a 40 pips pullback. So if it does do this and then breaches, that's not a breach to me. This level has to fail, basically. The level can't work. If the level works, then it's not a breach. The whole point of a breach is the level before doesn't work, which means there's even more momentum, and the buyers are trying to get out of the market, so they have to get out at the next potential. No, not the buyers, the sellers get out at the next potential level, which obviously is this one, and they obviously haven't gotten out of this level. Wait, shit! No, I've just confused the shit out of myself. No, that confused the fuck out of me. But anyway, yeah, the first level fails, which then gives the second level more probability. And if this one works, then it defeats the whole purpose. So a breach is just a clean breach. You go for this one. If this one breaches, you go for this one. That's it. Simple as that. So they're literally the only two conferences I use. That's it. So fib, this one's valid. I mean, I'll keep the fib on because otherwise I'll forget. There you go. That is valid. So got me alert set for that one. And then obviously this could also be valid based on the fact that this one breaches. If this one breaches, then I'll go for this. If this one breaches, I'll go for this. Yeah. So it's just level and one of these. That's it. Nothing else, Kieran. Just level and a fib, level and a breach. That's it. Then the other one that people do use is $25 move, which again is a little bit subjective. I'm not a huge fan. So it's a bit difficult to count, but like if it does a $25 move, just a clean move into a level, $25 move into a level, they'll go for it. That's it. So a level and a $25 move in. Similar how to like when GJ does a 250 pip move in. I know Seb, I think he counts that as a confidence, but I'm not a huge fan because then it's subjective. Like everything's a $25 move. So some people say like a $25 move up without doing a $5 pullback. So let's say you got your level down here. It does $25 without giving more than a $5 pullback anywhere. That makes sense? So if it does 25 but does a 5 pullback like here, that's not a $25 move. Does that make sense? So some people have like quantified it, if that makes sense. So that would, yeah. Just gauge the momentum of the move. Yeah, exactly. It's like this crazy fucker, or this, or that, or that. Just an obvious big move in. But I don't know. I shit myself when there's a big move in like that. How much percentage of your gold trades are on 1 hour? I think every single one of them, Cena. I don't trade daily at all, just because I don't think anyone has taken a daily gold trade all year. I don't think it really comes around too often, and I can't be arsed looking at a daily. And I honestly don't like on a daily. Obviously, you got to have like 150 stop loss, 150 take profit. I know it's just all scalable, but I just don't like that. And 4 hour, I do trade the 4 hour. I took one a few weeks ago, to be fair, but again, because gold has been I don't know if these have been 4 hour, 1 hour, but because gold has been fucking surging, there's not been many. That was a nice break retest on a 4 hour, but missed. There's just not been many trades to be honest, Cena. So 1 hour is. Can you tell your win rate on gold 1 hour? I think it's 75 to 80%. It's insanely good. I don't think I have my most recent trades in my sheet. I'll do it and I'll let you know. But another thing, gold 1 hour is really, really nice, Cena. And also on top of that, Kieran, I forgot to mention, take profit and stop loss isn't 1-to-1. It's fucking 1-to-1.5, which is crazy. And this, literally so some people go 1-to-2, some people go 80 pips take profit, which I don't really like. But 1-to-1.5, fuck, I back tested it. I'll have to get the stats. I'll find the stats and let you guys know anyway. But anyway, going 1-to-1.5 is way, 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 way more beneficial than going 1-to-1. And not many people do this, but I put stop loss to break even after 1-to-1, which is also way more profitable. Like, it saved me a lot of losses, and I've not missed out on many take profits. Like gold, after it gains momentum, it doesn't often reverse. Like when it taps, it doesn't do this, go back to break even and doesn't move. Literally, as soon as it's flying, it's fucking flying type thing. I'm not familiar with how you trade. I honestly joined the server quite some time ago and I'm just checking it out. No, this is a part of the strategy chip. So the main strategy is daily. So doing exactly what I was just doing on the daily time frame. But I trade gold on the 1 hour. But it's a bit simpler. I don't use alignment, EMAs, timing. It's literally just levels with fib or breach. So it's like super simplified with a positive risk reward rather than 1-to-1. You probably need no other pairs. Yeah, so I don't even have my phone to go in my fucking history. But yeah, I think it's out of my past 10 trades, 9 of them have been gold. Oh no, I think it'd be 8 now actually, because I took GJ. Nah, nothing to do with ICT. Just basic like support and resistance kind of. Yeah, pretty much. And no, I don't trade anything else on a 1 hour, Kieran. A bunch of the guys at FXC started with gold, Nikki, and Nasdaq. And now I don't think any of them trade anything apart from gold now. Nikki ended up flopping. I don't know. And Nasdaq is just fucking mental. Like, you can't use breach on Nasdaq. As soon as Nasdaq breaches a level, it will breach fucking 5 levels. So if you're trading during like high volatility news, anything, Trump speeches, bro, Nasdaq will move and it will just smoke the shit out of you. No, I'm not with FXC anymore. No, I'm not. Wow, we haven't spoken in a while, to be fair. Yeah, I left in April. Yeah. Yeah, I left in April. How long does it usually take for you? So for a gold 1 hour trade, I'd say on average probably about half an hour. About half an hour. For these pairs, as you can see, some of them are fucking shit. Like GJ took almost 24 hours. Most Forex pairs take anywhere from 3 to 12 hours, I'd say. Yeah, but obviously you don't really have to do much analysis for these. Like, I do my analysis and I barely update it, to be honest, weekly. And it's super easy. Gold, obviously you've got to do a bit more analysis. You've got to update it. I've got to be on the charts like every few hours just to quickly check it. But yeah, it's gold 1 hour. Like, if I show you some of these trades, I only mark some of my trades. Okay, so this was, oh fuck. Oh, why'd I have to show you this one? This was fucked. So this, ooh, this was a sensitive week. I don't know if you've seen the video on Instagram. Yeah. So this was 2 trades here. Fib, I used 2 fibs here. I used this one, which was the 61 fib, as you can see. So this level and this level, I'll go back even further so you can see it super clear. 2 levels. obvious levels. So all the levels I see here, this one, this one, this one, break retest, that's it. They're the levels I see. Pinged a fib, big fib, and it had the 61, like few pips away, but obviously I'm counting that, less than 10. And then I went for the more aggressive fib, and you also had the 38, which is still like a $35 fib, so completely valid. A bit aggressive, but completely valid. So they're two valid trades. The first one, obviously 1 to 1.5, got fucking smoked. Like, it was looking completely fine. As soon as I took the trade, bro, the momentum out of nowhere, bam! Second trade, as you can see, this is a 15-minute time frame. This one actually took a while, to be fair. Quite a while. I think it took 3 hours. About 3 hours. Worked. I hit take profit on my personals, but I held this trade on my 200k live Alpha Capital because we had FOMC releasing in like, I think like a few minutes after I hit take profit. And I was like, fuck, I could make some good money here. So I held the trade and I increased my stop loss as well. So rather than risking 1%, I already lost 1% on that, and I could have gained 1.5 on this. So I would have been up 0.5, but instead I actually increased my stop loss to minus 1.5. So I think it was about 60 pips, right? FOMC comes out, the right direction. Look what happens. Bro, I mean, I'll go on the 1 minute, can I? Yeah, here you go. Where's the time? Here you go. I think, no. Bro. What is that? Watch what happens as well. Bro. Dumps its ass. Look at that. Pings my stop loss. Does the move and does $36. So I would have been up $15K. 15,000 I would have been up, which would have secured me, I think it's about 5K, 4K drawdown. I would have gained over a 10K payout on that. Obviously, if I would have closed here, I would have closed it probably pussied out at like here or some shit. But yeah, but guess what? It didn't stop me out at minus 1.5%. Stopped me out at minus fucking, was it 2.5, 3? And I already lost 1% on that. So I was down like fucking 4.5% on the day. So I was, I think, if that would have hit take profit, I would have been 1% down overall. But because they both hit stop loss, I think I'm now down like fucking 5% or some shit. And then this one hit take profit, to be fair. So this another simple level, as you can see. We have this level, which as you can see, breach this level, validates this one. So I don't know if, yeah, 3 ways I classify a level really quickly. One is structure. I'm not going right out. One is structure. So obviously we create this. This isn't validated until we create new market structure. So here's the low. We breach, create a new low, which means this level is now validated. So that's the first one. Second one is time. So this is just like if a level has been, I'm trying to think, look at an example. Because sometimes we don't create new market structure. So let's say it does this, right? It doesn't create new market structure. Instead, it does this for a while, for like 3 weeks, and then retests. So time, that's one. Structure, and then 3, let's say, again, it does like some fuck off move. Wait, no. Let's say it does like something like this. It doesn't create new structure or anything. For this to be, for this to be valid, it needs to break this high, obviously. But it doesn't create new structure, but it's a big ass level. Like it's done 400 pips. So similar to like this, which one is it? It's like this one. See how it hasn't created new structure? I'd say the structure here is, maybe you could say that. I don't know. Not really. But because it hasn't created new structure, it still has done getting close, let's say 300 pips. So I would potentially give that a go just because it's a lot of pips. So time, pips, and structure. They're the 3 ways I'd consider a level. So, oh, fuck. Yeah, so this one, obviously we had the structure. And as you can see, if we ping a fib, this was such a simple trade. 50 fib. And if I go to the 15 minute, I think this one worked fairly quick. 15, 30, 45, an hour, An hour 15. Oh shit, now you pissed about. Okay, no, it lasted a little bit longer. If we go back to the hourly, how long? Like 2-3 hours. Okay, never mind. But that one worked like clean. Did I? I was going to say, wait, one sec. I didn't put stop loss to break even. Oh, I did. And it didn't hit break even. It did hit break even. It definitely hit take profit though, because I didn't put stop loss to break even. Wait, no, I don't know if I put stop loss to break even, but it definitely hit take profit. But it hit break even. I don't know. But anyway. So basically look for wait, I've missed a few. Yeah, it wasn't very nice. So basically you look for intermediate highs and lows, or the external long-term ones, and you draw the fib and look for a retracement after a fib level is reached. Guessing it won't. One sec, let me fucking reread that. Confuse the shit out of me there, mate. So you're saying you're looking for no, it's all good. Intermediate highs and lows or external, yeah. And you draw the fib out and look for a retracement after a fib level is reached. Yeah. So basically all I'm doing is I'm drawing my levels. That's it. Start off with the levels, mark out the levels, done. Okay. And now I need to validate one of those levels. So all I'm looking for is a level plus one confluence, any of them. I also use these on a daily. So a level plus alignment, an EMA, timing, fib, a breach, any of those. If any of those line up with one of these levels, it validates it into a trade. Done. So if we had by alignment for this is gold, for example, if silver was also coming to a level at the same time this tapped, that would be a valid alignment, sorry. So I would go for this. It like validates the level. That's it. So all I'm looking for is validation with one of the confluences. So like here, all I do on the 1 hour is fib and breach. I'm looking for one of these levels to be validated. If we see a breach of this, I'd go for this because it's a level and a breach. If this one breaches, I'd go for this because it's level and a breach. That's it. This one has a fib, let's say. I'd go for this no matter what. It's level and a fib. Wait, okay. I try avoiding that way. No, it's all good. It's all good. What if you go for the first level and perhaps it actually breaches? Yep. So we hit stop loss on this first one. Waiting for it. He's typing fast. Speed typing. Would that be a good loss for you? A good loss isn't a valid loss. What do you mean by a good loss? It'd be valid trade, yeah, 100%. Well, oh wait, no, shit, no, this isn't a valid trade, sorry, it has nothing. A trade, well, yeah, no, this, technically not, no. Because it has no confluences, this is just a level. There's nothing there for me. Obviously, like I said, I need for the gold 1 hour, I need a fib or a breach. As you can see, the fib. I mean, technically you could go that fib. But even so, I don't know. So it doesn't have the fib. This is the only level with the fib. As you can see, we've got this level, this level. I'll make them white so you can see them a bit clearer. This level, this level, this level. 61, nothing. 50 lines up. 38, it's close, but I don't want to force it. 23, nothing. So the only level validated with the fib is this one. And then breach is, I can't really show you a breach without me seeing price action. If it does this, well, obviously, well, for the first level, we can't possibly have a breach because there's no level before it. If there was a level here and we breached, then yes, you could use the breach confluence. Does that make sense? Because there's no level before it, there's nothing for it to breach. But if I lost this one, completely fine with losing that, yeah. Because it's a valid trade. That's fine. It was a nice trade. Yeah, no overlapping zones supporting that level. Yeah. Do you determine the fib level by how big it is? No, yeah, slightly. But the main thing is like I want it to make sense. I don't want to. The whole point of a fib is you draw it in a move up. You don't draw it when price action is looking like this. You draw it of the move up. And the only two ways I see a move up, I always see two types of fibs. I see the most recent move and I see the big fib. So like if I zoomed out here, I could go, okay, the entire move, which is the big longer term fib. I mean, this is a bit, no, that's really dramatic actually. No, that's shit. Let me show an example in the daily here. One sec. Nope. Okay, so here, right here, there's probably one. It's like here you could say the entire move, right, which is completely valid, or you could go the most recent push down, which is because as you can see we've done this price action. Now you could go from the very top, which is the entire move, or you could go this most recent push down. You could go just the fib of this. I only ever draw 2 fibs. I would never then crouch down and go for like some shitty in the middle fib just because I want it to line up. I'll go, ooh, technically the move also started there, and look, oh shit, now it lines up with a 61, let me go for it. I don't want to force a fib. So it's kind of like making the story make sense, if that makes sense. Like I want it all to, I want to be logic behind it. Yeah, so I've always got like 2 possible fibs, majority of the time. Majority of the time, that is. So like again here, like if I go back here, watch. Shit. Bro, what? Oh fuck, where was I? I guess here you go, here's a good example. Bro, what? With currency conversion. Okay, right, so let's say, right, we're here, okay? I could do the fib of this entire move up, right? This entire leg up. Okay, look, we have the 61, we have the 50 lining up, nice. Or I could do the most recent, just push up. And now we have, look, the 38 break retest. So there's the 2 moves. So it's either the bigger macro picture or the most recent, like, move. Obviously, you have, like, I guess 3 different moves. 1, 2, 3 here. So that's, yeah, what I do. Aside from, obviously, wait. Mark the fib from legs. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. When you got these 2 possibilities, you look for the one that lines up with the other stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, you don't want to force the fib. So again, if you're looking at like this move up, right, you would go either the big one, or you go maybe the most recent push up, which may be this one from here. You wouldn't then go, let's say you want it in a level to line up, right? You won't go, okay, this one doesn't line up, so let me start it from here. Oh shit, now it lines up, it's a trade. You know what I mean? Because that isn't the start of the move. I don't know, I'd say it's either that most recent push or the big move. That isn't the start. This isn't the start. That's maybe the start. You just want it to make the most sense. That's it. Whichever has the most logic behind it. I don't know. It's hard to give a true definition, to be honest. Fuck, have I... Oh my god, I thought I deleted all my analysis. Fucking hell. Because when these levels are lining up, that's basically telling you that you're marking out the right way. Yeah. Good night, Gimo. Thanks for opening, man. Which broker do you use? I use IC Markets. Do you ever do it on NQ as well at S&P? No, I do mark them out sometimes. Well, I use them for alignment. I don't use NASDAQ, but I do use S&P. So obviously this is majority of the time inversely correlated to the US dollar. And if we get in one of the Mag 7s like fucking Tesla earnings or some shit, then obviously that's going to be the main driver for the Forex markets. Because if stocks are absolutely dumping, then most likely DXY is pushing up. And then DXY is the driver for the market. So I'll then base my trades off of DXY and alignment with DXY. Guy recommended me IC Markets some time ago. NASDAQ doesn't work that much for you. No, I don't really use it. I haven't properly tried trading it, to be honest, but it's... I mean, holding runners would be nice on it, to be fair. But no. 1 hour, it's shit. Whereabouts do you learn all your funder? I don't know where to look to learn. So majority, I mean, I have like my fucking funder sheet, and this is all through just me. You need to hop into some of the voice chats, to be fair, Kieran. Me, there's a there's a guy called Funder Bitch. His name is Lytix, his Discord username. And then we changed his name to like something else, Tix. Then it was Funder Tix. Now it's Funder Bitch. But he's really good at well, he's not really good, but he's learning as well. We often hop in voice chats and just talk about fundamentals. But we get a lot of our shit from Twitter. So majority of it is just a little macro list I have. So I just go on here, macro news, and I just learn from these. The only way you're going to learn, well, the best way to learn, Kieran, is literally reading articles and reading confusing ass things like this, right? Reading this. The market cap of US stocks relative to the US M2 money supply hit 305%. Read it. You probably don't understand what the fuck it's talking about, but every single word you don't understand, hit into ChatGPT and have a conversation to ChatGPT about that word or about that term. And then once you understand that term, then understand the sentence, then understand the entire post and what it's talking about and how it affects the market. So honestly, just ChatGPT the fuck out of everything. Literally, that's all you need to do. And Lytix will tell you the exact same thing. All you need to do is just read. Like I get one good guy is Capital Flows. Global Flows, okay. But he does good papers, but they're all very confusing. So they're all paid. That's crypto. Is this is a okay? So like here, markets remain fixated on shutdown countdown. If trigger, wait, no, I want to show you. Wait, let me get a sec. So he does these things called primers, and primer is basically like a full breakdown of that currency. So if you look at this, this is a full primer of Japan. As you can see, it is fucking long, but it goes over the entire history of Japan, the currency, the interest rates, the economy, everything. And for example, I've read through majority of this. All you do is read through as much as possible. As you can see, it comes up with all the links and shit as well of where he's got the info. Read through as much as possible. Again, any single word you don't understand, ChatGPT, fucking voice mode or whatever it is, get it to just say, you're a fucking financial pro, macroeconomist. I need you to explain everything like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old and explain it to it like, you know, you're teaching someone or whatever, and ask me challenging questions to then test my knowledge, shit like that. And then it'll ask you, give you a question to do with that word, make sure you understand it, and that's it. You just need to keep on doing that as much as possible. And then when you read these complex fucking Twitter posts and docs and shit, you'll start understanding. And you'll start understanding the links between what's happening in the real world, geopolitics and inflation, interest rates, all that shit. Sorry, that was a bit curious to know. It's all good. That's what I did a lot, yeah. Always asking, yeah, exactly. Don't need a course when you have ChatGPT. How did you get the macro section on your Twitter? Here. No, it's a custom list that I made. So as you can see, I have a bunch of lists. I'll send you mine. Yeah, you can just follow it, and you can now have it for yourself. There's some really good ones. These are really good. I don't know how you pronounce the name, but they do really good posts, and they normally do like a few threads and stuff. But they have like 1 million followers. They're really good. Oh shit. But yeah, that's all you need to do is read. Just read. And obviously use the economics chat. We have an economics chat in here. And literally anything, just ask in there and we'll all have a discussion about it because we're all learning at the same time. So please put as many questions as you want in there and we'll all try and explain it and give our opinion. The thing is with fundamentals and macroeconomics, it's all like a big ass spider web. Like one thing happens and it causes a ripple and it causes this to happen, and this links to this, and this causes stocks to go down, and stocks causes bonds to do this movement, and that causes JPY to go into fucking risk off, and then this happens to this, and then Trump says this. Like, everything is linked, and you've just got to learn how to connect the dots, basically, after one thing happens. So inflation in the US is increasing. What happens? And you just got to learn how to then connect things back to the markets. And if you're taking a GU trade, should you hold it for longer? And basically what I've done here is I have one for each currency, and I've split it into 3 sections. So economy and growth, that's GDP, PMI, retail sales. Then you have inflation and monetary policy, CPI, PPI, inflation, interest rates. And then you have labor market, which is all your labor-based stuff. And then basically what I do is I do a bit of analysis on each one, and have their reports sat here ready. One good website is this one, Trading Economics. You can see everything. And then what I also do is I basically analyze each one, say what it's looking like, and then I'll do a general analysis on the entire like section for inflation and what the US, what their focus is with inflation right now. And then based on these, I'll then make an overall summary. So I try and keep this up to date as well. So when news comes out, I'll just update these things. And this is really nice. It's a lot of effort, but it does really help. Fucking, I'm losing my voice, man. But yeah, that's about it. It's really good. And then I try and keep anything that's very helpful on here. Which, as you can see, there isn't really much right now. But yeah, the only downside to fundamentals is if you learn it and you try and stay up to date with it, you need to stay up to date with it. As soon as you miss 2 weeks, you are fucked. Like, so much happens. Like, again, I haven't updated this in probably over a week. So I need to go over all these fucking data points and just make sure they're up to date, update my fucking summaries, and just read a few articles. But again, I'm shit. I need to start reading more articles and shit. But yeah, I also have sign up to a shit ton of newsletters. That's a good one as well. I have a dedicated section in my, I don't want to doc shit, but as you can see, I've labeled them with newsletters. So these are just a shit ton of newsletters from just all trading / economics based people. It's like, I don't know, fucking this one. Tariff exemptions, talks about tariffs. So my idea was to read one of these each morning, which didn't really work. Instead, I spend 1 hour on fucking TikTok when I wake up. But ideally, I should be reading, let's say, 1 fucking newsletter a day, just to test my knowledge, keep me updated. Because again, fundamentals is all just pure opinions. That's it. Everyone has a different opinion. You look at fucking NFP, no one can ever guess the NFP data. Even though they're getting paid fucking 500k a year as a full-time economist, no one can. The biggest firms, fucking whoever, none of the firms can accurately guess where NFP is gonna, well, where it's gonna come out. No, what it's gonna come out as. You ever trade the NFP? I used to a long time ago. Yeah, I used to hold my trades through All News. I used to hold them through NFP. Yeah, it was fucking stupid. It worked though. Then I stopped. Market research on TikTok. It's fucking not, mate. It's fucking not. Good luck strategy trade NFP and CPI. That's crazy. That is crazy. Fuck that. Are you doing that on props or personal? Yeah, you have a voice. No, you can talk. You can talk. It's all good. Are you trading that on personal or funded, do you say? Ah! Oh, bro, that's crazy. Yeah. Fucking hell, that's fucking hell, fair play, man. That's some ballsy shit. That must be fun to trade. Yeah. That would be fun. Yeah, or the stop loss. Yeah. Yep.
Just play some stop orders, and then you try and catch like a not a insanely big move, just a 20 point move.
Yep.
And you're good to go.
Yeah. Fair play, man.
Yo.
YouTube, gonna end the stream there, but I'll still be in the Discord.